Pull up a chair, let's set the scene. Take a little trip to in between. Old school truth with a brand new sound. Conversations in the vault start now. Step inside, feel the vibe. Every single word come alive. Hear the truth, hear the call. Conversations in the vault. Conversations in the vault. In the vault.
Family, today we're opening the vault to a story we think we know, but maybe haven't fully listened to. This isn't about fruit, it's not about rules, and it's not about perfection. It's about responsibility. It's about silence. And it's about what changes when fear replaces trust. Today, we're sitting with Adam, not to judge him, not to reduce him to a moment, but to let him tell his story. So take a breath with me, keep your heart open, and let's listen. Adam, thank you for being here. Adam, before anything went wrong, what was your relationship with God like?
It felt natural because it was ordered that way. My relationship with God was direct and whole. There was trust, not suspicion. God spoke, and I understood him. I didn't prepare myself to meet him. The relationship already existed. Obedience felt safe, not heavy.
What responsibilities did God give you in the garden? And what rules did he give you to follow?
I was entrusted with naming the animals and taking care of the garden, to work it and keep it. Everything was given to me, even the tree of life, but God told me not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That boundary wasn't punishment, it was trust. My obedience was part of the relationship.
How did you feel when you first met Eve? And how did you understand your responsibility to her?
I felt whole in a way I hadn't known I was missing. She was given to me as my helper and my companion, not to replace my responsibility, but to walk alongside it. My role wasn't control. It was care, presence, partnership. And I didn't always live up to that.
When the serpent was speaking to Eve, where were you?
I was there, close enough to hear. I recognized something was wrong, but I hesitated. I chose quiet instead of courage.
Knowing better, why did you eat the fruits?
I chose closeness over obedience. I didn't want separation. I convinced myself that silence and then eating would cost me less than standing firm.
What happened inside you immediately after you ate?
Shame. Awareness without peace. Something broke before God ever spoke.
When God asked if you ate from the tree of knowledge, why did you blame Eve?
Because blame felt safer than truth. I was afraid of being fully seen, and I chose the wrong refuge.
What was life like after leaving the garden?
Life was heavier. The ground resisted me, thorns and thistles. Nothing came without the sweat of my brow. God wasn't gone, but intimacy had changed. There was a spiritual death for me. I lost God's trust. Man was never supposed to die, but after banishment I was no longer able to eat from the tree of life. I let sin and death into the world. Even after all that, God still clothed us. He provided. The relationship wasn't over, it was altered.
How did what happened between Cain and Abel affect you?
It broke me. I saw how far the fracture traveled. My silence echoed into my children's lives.
What would you tell someone listening today?
Speak sooner. Own your choices faster. Silence doesn't keep you innocent. It shapes the outcome. And God is still willing to meet you after failure.
Adam, thank you for trusting us with your story. Thank you for your honesty, your humility, and your willingness to be seen.
Thank you for letting me speak, not to defend myself, but to tell my truth. If my story helps someone choose courage sooner, then it's worth telling.
Family, here are today's vault keys. Truths to carry with you. Responsibility begins where excuses end. Obedience was never about restriction, but about trust. Intimacy with God changes when fear replaces honesty. Blame may feel lighter, but ownership heals deeper. What we don't address personally often echoes generationally. Adam's story isn't just about what was lost. It's about what silence costs and what responsibility restores. Thank you for listening to Conversations in the Vault. Keep your heart open and your spirit willing. Until next time.